writing about uh, cold weather and their soccer uniforms and their school uniforms, and that was in Hanoi. So I was wondering if it was cold also in Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah. Is Hanoi more like Hong Kong and Taipei? It was 18 degrees in Taipei today, or 16 degrees. So it's cooler for students who have to stay outside so much, right? Yeah. Someone left us a nice chat, Tony. We have good evening, teacher and everyone. That's Tan28. Hello, Tan28. Did I pronounce your name from Hanoi? Tan? Hello, Tan. Would you like to say hello?
Hello, good evening.
How are you
Nice
today?
to see you again. Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing good. Thank you.
Good. And
I'm in Hanoi. And you
yes.
say that now it's like 13 degrees, I think, outside.
Oh, 13. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And it could be like cold for me.
That was my weather in Taipei at nighttime, and I used to get really cold in my small apartment, so I needed a blue blanket. And Tan, do you have Costco in Vietnam?
Sorry, what cost?
You know that famous store called Costco? Costco. It's a members only store where they have cheap prices because it's a buyer's club. And so Costco is in Japan and Korea and Taiwan, maybe China, and you can buy cheap things. So I bought a cheap blanket for my apartment in Taipei because it was 13 degrees is cold for me.
Is that name of brand of clothes?
No, it's actually the big store's name, Costco.
Kind of supermarket.
Yeah, supermarket.
I don't know about that.
I thought they would come to Vietnam. I hope they come to Vietnam soon. Yeah, it's a
Maybe
great.
Maybe it has in Vietnam, but I don't know.
Right. I'll put a picture up later. I'll put a picture. Hello, Fan. You said Fan. What nickname? Fan Tran Tien. You had an English name you use.
Yeah, my English name is Money.
Money. I'm laughing.
Yeah.
It's a great nickname. Do you like to make money? Money.
I make money every day.
I make money every day. All right.
Yes.
Sounds funny. So, Fan, you know Costco, right?
Yeah, please.
Costco, that famous store, Costco. You said it's like a supermarket.
Costco. Yes, Costco. Very big market in steaks, right?
Yeah, very big.
Very big. I have seen in one time in YouTube. Yes.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
I think if that came to Vietnam, to Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, it would be really popular. Very big crowds to buy things.
They have open already?
Yeah, in many of the Asian countries. Let me leave a message. They locally source 20% of their food or items. So if they move into a market, they're sensitive to local markets. If they move into the new market, 20% of the things in the store must come from the local people for fruits and vegetables and all kinds of things. So that's pretty good. You know, they want to be sensitive to local markets. So that's why I've always admired Costco. But the prices became really expensive in Japan because of the inflation everywhere. And so
I have two experience about Costco.
Yeah.
First thing is whenever you buy things and you can change if you have you think that enough fits to you, not match to you. And the second is the goods, the things they change the other. Today they can put fish the location, but the other day they put fish the other location or something. Yeah, I have to explain about this. Yeah.
And then you said money, you can return anything to Costco, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's true. I returned some summer shorts because they made the size too small. And they were very good about returning them. No questions asked. But you know, money, there is the one crazy story an American woman returned a Christmas tree 2 weeks after Christmas, and the Christmas tree was in really bad condition. And she said, "You have to take back my Christmas tree." She was kind of a bad lady. And then Costco accepted this old damaged Christmas tree. And I hope they stop doing that, because that's pretty terrible. Okay. Who is N-G-A-N? Ngan. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ngan, is it? Ngan? Negan? N-G-A-N. Ngan. Ngan? How do you pronounce that in
Yeah.
Vietnamese?
That's my name. You should say Ngan.
Nhan. Okay. I'm gonna
Nhan.
type it out here so I don't forget. Nhan. Okay. Nice to see you,
So,
Nhan.
yeah, today is my first day, because last time I missed your lecture.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Nhan.
Okay, thank you.
And I checked everyone's CV or resume, and this class says basic writing, but many of you have intermediate to pre-advanced to advanced writing skills. So I thought we could look at some examples tonight to show you. I asked Liz if it's okay to show her work about eco-sensitive tourism. And I also asked another student if I could use hers, and that's Venus. Venus has a 5-page document because she used eco-sensitive tourism in one of her articles she wrote. So I really, really enjoyed that. So I'll tell you what, if Liz is there and Milin is there, can I see, I don't know, Liz, you have your name on here. Do you know who Venus is? Venus, is that?
Yes, me is Sao Home. Yes.
Okay.
It's Sao Home.
Oh, Sao Home. Okay.
Yes, I enjoy the my homework a lot, because the ecotourism is the most of thing I interested about work. Yes.
I'm glad we chose that as a topic, because it connected to about 7 or 8 students have experience in developing tourist areas or sensitivity to agriculture in areas. So it was an interesting topic. It connects to a lot of things.
Yes.
Let me start with Liz's first, and then we'll go to yours, Venus. Liz's is a little shorter. Venus, is it okay if people take turns reading your response?
Yeah.
Hello, Liz. It's about 5 pages, so that's why I wanted to. Let me get Liz's here first. Liz, I really enjoyed this too. This is fine work. Of course, you can see my comments and that sort of thing all over it. But let me do a share screen so everyone can see Liz's response to the ecotourism. And can everyone see this is answering the question, ecotourism often involves visiting remote and fragile ecosystems, which raises concern about the impact on local indigenous communities. What problems can this cause? How can these problems be resolved? And so then this is Liz's response. It's just a very nice 1-page thing. I do believe this is, let me just check that this is Liz. Yeah, it's Liz, because I had 5 students work on this assignment, Liz. All right, Liz, would you like to read it?
Yes, I can. Yes, now I talk about the ecotourism. Now I read about my essay.
Okay.
Yes, I read.
Yeah, please.
Yes, okay. Nowadays, ecotourism has become more and more popular, with many advantages such as stimulating economic growth, environmental preservation, and so on. However, visiting remote and easily to meet ecosystem through ecotourism has raised a debate about the impact of ecotourism on local cultures and indigenous communities. This essay will deny the problems of ecotourism, include breaking down the indigenous controls, and environmental regulation and awareness program.
Mm.
Firstly, problem closely related to ecotourism is cultural disruption. When the tourists come to remote areas, they have an effect on local tradition, customs, and values. In various communities, always customize their lifestyle to make them suitable for tourists. As a result, they lose their local cultural heritage. For example, last summer, I visited a home village in Iti Commute, Hazang Province. So local indigenous community organized some festival for collecting money from visitors. The practice seemed to lose the inherent meaning of the festival.
Yeah.
At the time, they hold the at that time the local village present a Gauta festival in the summer, while it's traditionally held in the first lunar month to pray for good luck.
Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah, changing the lunar months to summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Very good.
Yeah, yes. Secondly, ecotourism may lead to environmental harm in the delicate ecosystem. The more tourists visit, the more likely the environment is to be polluted because tourists will bring waste, overuse water resources, and change the living habit of plant and animal. Lastly, the ecotourism has the potential to generate economic benefits, but it also presents obstacles for indigenous cultures and ecosystems. It is essential to address their concerns by enacting suitable regulation. One approach is to establish retreats to one the number of visitors to remote and fragile ecosystems, while enforcing rules for responsible conduct. Moreover, awareness campaigns for tourists and local residents are crucial for expanding comprehension and admiration of cultures and environments.
Yeah. So I said very nice work, Liz, because all your main ports are supported with good examples. The one that probably needs the most is the lunar festival, and here you did it by speaking. You gave us more information, so that's fine. This I like too, Liz. I wrote here this comment here: good interchanging of breaking down and indigenous cultures, because breaking down and environmental degradation and breaking down are the same thing. So you chose breaking down for the indigenous original culture and degradation for the environment. So this is I said this is skillful. You bounce the two so you can use it 2 times in the sentence for the same idea. That's really good. That's what I mean by skillful. Nice work, Liz. Okay, so this is warming up and we're about 15 minutes into our class, and I know you want to use your English, your spoken English, your listening and your reading and your writing, all 4. So if my teacher's assistant, Tony, is there, if I stay in the main room, Tony, would you like to lead a breakout room? And our number of students tonight is at 17. So if I could do about 7, and if you want to do 8 in the breakout room, I have to keep 7 students in the main room because we're live streaming and someone always has to be in the main room. Because if we don't, then live streaming on YouTube means there's nobody in the Zoom session. It looks kind of strange. So I'll put you all in the breakout rooms and the main rooms. This takes about 2 minutes to do. And the topic is, we saw Liz's ideas on indigenous cultures. They will give you some ideas. So we'll go to the breakout rooms, discuss this for about 5 to 10 minutes with your teacher's assistant or with me. And then when we come back, we'll do Venus's presentation as well to show you examples of good writing. And then we'll start a fresh topic for tonight. Okay, I promise. Shall we go to the breakout rooms then? And remember, in the breakout rooms, discuss the ideas of ecotourism. Let's see, I'm gonna do just one room because I will be in the main room as well. Okay, so here we go. And I'll open all the rooms and then I'll take 7 or 8 students out of the rooms. Okay, hello, Money. Good to see you, Mr. Money. I put some new students in here to help us with our discussion. So we have at least 7 or 8 students in here. I see Liz is in here, and Limin is here, and Ms. V is here, and Huang Na. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, maybe one more. We can go here at Stock Lock. Okay. So if you get moved, please don't be shocked. I'm just moving students around. So Mr. Money, have you gone to an area that has ecotourism that's a sensitive place?
Yes, I have been in many eco tourist place. I was not only not only went there, but I also design view for one eco tourism. Yes, yeah.
You actually design, okay, very interesting.
Yes, first I designed for foundation and some geotechnical foundation solution for the eco project in so-called Nam Cát Tiên jungle locks. Yeah, a very famous jungle in South Vietnam. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes.
What was the local indigenous group? Do they have a name, the people who live there?
Yeah, so many people like Vietnamese local people very can know well about Nam Cát Tiên jungle. Nam Cát Tiên, yes.
Yeah.
Nam Cát Tiên jungle. So I have conducted a project in there, design and build for the project there. Yes.
Okay. So for the jungle, does it have good water resources?
Yeah, that's a very inside there is a big river, so-called Rồng Nam River, and the government also have a policy to protect the jungle, the forest, and the river. They don't allow to apply for a power project inside there.
Yeah, yeah. Because you mentioned the river, so I thought hydroelectric might be.
All right.
tempting.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So that's the area so famous, and whenever you go to that area for traveling and for the other so-called detective works, like you can see the a lot of animals and a lot of the trees, very famous tree inside the jungle, and our government always keep strongly policy, have strongly policy to protect everything inside there. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that would be a good place for students, high school and college students to visit who are doing advanced studies? You know, because then their teachers can make sure they're sensitive to the environment.
Yes, that is quite good for students to do some field trip and internship for their fields of in the university. But actually, you know that I work for the project inside there, and my client is from Malaysia. He is Malaysian. He likes so much about jungle and animal. So he would
Okay.
like to put money to do the project.
Okay.
Unlike Vietnamese, let me say, unlike many Vietnamese local Vietnam, we always like to go to the sea at the summer, but we don't like so much to go to the jungle like my client, something like that. Yes.
Very interesting. Do
Yeah.
you still have tigers in Vietnam, or are they gone? Tigers?
Yeah, actually, I at the night time at this time now, like at 8 p.m. now, you enter to the jungle, you can see a lot of bear,
Bears. Okay. Yeah.
monkey,
Monkeys. Yeah.
yeah, jungle chicken,
Jungle
yeah,
chicken. That sounds really interesting. Yeah. Jungle
yeah,
chicken.
and it's very normal animals. If you want
Okay.
to go see a tiger or
Uh,
lion, you can see at your home.
all right. Let's go
Sorry.
to Mi-Linh. Mi-Linh,
Sorry.
what's your impression of all this? Wait, I have to change over Mr. Money to Mi-Linh. Mi-Linh is smiling. Your reaction to this ecotourism topic and jungles in Vietnam.
No, actually, I smile because of the lion in the family.
Yeah. Lion is your
Got a joke.
family. That's really
Yeah,
funny, Mr. Money.
Yeah, I have like quite different experience in ecotourism and about ecosystem.
Mm.
I work for an organization in local NGO, as you know, and I usually live in the forest. Not really in the forest, but we have a conservation area in Hà Tĩnh province. It's near Vietnam and Laos border. And 20 years ago, the area was very like deforestation, like the situation of the status of the forest is very poor. Because overlooking by the, I don't remember the company, but like it's a forestry company.
Yeah.
And there was a river there, but because of the deforestation, the water resources like has gone. Yeah.
Yes.
And then the people committee of the Hà Tĩnh province give
Yeah.
us the right to protect that area, and we separate the area into 3 or 4 parts. The top part we let it regenerate naturally. Like we don't do anything in the top part, but in the second layer, like to hate, like a lower altitude, we plant some forestry, and in the lowest zone we do agroforestry. And we usually have the school for indigenous people to come and learn about agroecology, but not now. Now we only have the forest, the conversation. Conservation. Yeah.
Very interesting. So yeah, you guys are both really connected to this whole issue. I just gave this as a topic, and I had no, I kind of read your resumes and CVs that this would be a good topic, but I didn't realize how good it would be.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see, as Ms. V, we'll ask as many people as we can. We can continue this room until about what time is it in Vietnam? It will be 9 o'clock. 5 more minutes we can discuss. Ms. V, are you there? And how about Le Min Chow? Are you there? Le Min Chow? All right. Well, we had Liz, you read before. Let's see, who else do we have? Liz, you're back. Okay, Liz, did you hear both Mi-Linh and Mr. Money were describing the very things you wrote about what's your impression of that, Liz?
Okay, I think that ecosystem is very popular now, especially in Vietnam, because Vietnam has a very big jungle, very many mountains, and I think that is very good for the ecosystem, ecotourism. But I think that the people don't have the right way to do the eco touring.
Okay.
Because in the village, in the local area I came to, I think that the people do many things suitable for the visitor.
Yeah.
And I think something is not good because eco tourists have the purpose to preserve the environment, the culture, but something the people don't like. Think that yes.
Liz, do you think Vietnam has advantages over Thailand for ecotourism? Because Thailand developed such a big tourist industry for almost 60,
I
70
think that
years. Yeah.
Well, we do something like the Thailand. I
Yeah.
think that they have got they much money with tourism, but they prevent
Overdeveloped? Do you think they made some mistakes though? Like it's overdeveloped for tourism, like sensitive areas were really damaged in Chiang Mai, where the elephants are, and the traditional Buddhist culture. So many tourists go there. That, And then also the local people become really dependent on tourist money. They can't really go back to agriculture or something different. They have to stay with tourism. It becomes their industry. I know that happened, the island of Bali during the pandemic, a lot of people went back to their traditional hometowns. They said there's no more money in tourism, and their families were really hurt by not having enough money back in 2020 and 2021, the two really strong pandemic years. Bali families on Bali, Indonesia, were really suffering from the tourism, complete drop in tourism. So it's like you can get addicted to, dependent on tourism, I think, for some people. It has, good points and bad points. All right, Liz, thank you so much. You brought so much to the discussion. I really appreciate that. I just want to see if our new member, Nyan, we're talking about ecotourism. And Nyan, was it interesting for you?
In my opinion, I have some the different way to talk about the ecotourism.
Please.
Because I at the moment I live in Cần Thơ city, in the Mekong Delta of Vietnam. When you hear about the Mekong Delta, you just thinking about the rice field. Not much like jungle, seaside or something for tourists. But in the Mekong Delta, we don't have much the place for ecotourism. But like in Cần Thơ, in my city now, there are some kind of activity. They also said that ecotourism. They preserve some like very big land, like 3 or 5 hectares or even 10 hectares. And then like the big garden. And they interacted some activity inside. Like they have kind of swimming and bicycle cycling around in the rural area. And they not build the hotel, but they build some very simple house, the room for rent.
Are they like the guest house system that they have in Malaysia?
Kind of like that. So the people come and the people are living there like in the rural area. To keep calm, keep peace for the tourists. So in that case, I think we could say ecotourism.
Yeah.
And I not found much the effect from the tourists to the local community.
Yeah, it's low impact. You know, if they keep it
very
simple.
low impact. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, great ideas. I'm glad you shared those with us. Because about 3 weeks ago, I did a unit for our Sunday debate club for young learners aged 9 to 12. And we were talking about Mekong Delta things. So I will try to share those with this group soon about Mekong development issues. Really interesting. Okay, let's close the chat rooms with Teacher Tony. I hope I don't close it too early. I always do that. But we have to go back to our main room to try Venus's response because she worked on a special project on this. And I want to share her thing in just a moment.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good responses, Mr. Money. Let's see if everybody comes back. Money, I like your name because when I went to Taipei, Taiwan about 2 years ago, I had to take a taxi from the airport to Taipei City because there was no train service from the airport because of the COVID pandemic. And the taxi driver he said, I love this COVID. And I said, why? It's terrible. And he said, it's good to make money because he could drive people from the airport to the city and the money was good.
Yes, yes.
It was like opportunity during difficult times. Okay, so the breakout rooms are closing and we'll go back up to our 15-member class and get ready to share the Venus's thing. I have to check with her. For Venus's project, we need maybe 2 more readers, but I'm just going to check with Tony first. Teacher Tony, how was the discussion?
This great time, teacher. They discuss about the negative impact and positive impact also.
Now, did I close your room too quickly, Tony? I'm sorry if it was a really good discussion.
Yeah, it's okay, teacher.
It always happens. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, as it turns out, so many people are connected in this writing group with the ecotourism topic. I was really impressed by that. They know it really well, even in their local areas. Excellent stuff, really good. So Venus, are you there? That is Sao coming right. Venus,
Yeah,
you're in Italy. You're in Italy right now.
Yes, I'm in Italy. Yes.
How is Italy in March? What's it like there in March?
Yeah, it's so cold. Have the have the snow. Yeah.
Oh, snow.
Not to do anything, just stay at home to study.
Okay.
Travel.
Oh, wow. Okay. So in the Vietnam highlands, there is snow, isn't there? Sometimes?
No, Vietnam never. No,
Never,
maybe some
never.
in the Sabah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was some snow in the highlands, maybe just a little sometimes. Okay, Liz, are you Venus, are you ready for this great document here? So if you read like the first page and then we'll get somebody to read the advantages, disadvantages, because this is really detailed, but it's an excellent, I just want to show it to everybody for inspiration. If you have to provide a 5-page document for your work, then by all means, copy this style because this is excellent work. I can't say enough about it. I really like it. This share screen isn't quite right though. Can you see the whole document or just the little thing? This doesn't.
No.
Let me see. I want to see the whole document. So what's going on here? There it is. There's the whole document. Yes, that's much better. So Venus put these beautiful images. Venus, where is that picture taken?
Yeah, it taken in my project, Holabit, the project. 2 years ago, I worked for the investor in Bình Thuận. Yes.
Okay. So that's a beautiful statue. It looks kind of traditional, but also modern.
Yes.
Like it's actually a passageway you can go through here.
Yes, sure. It is the gate, welcome gate.
Look at that beautiful sea too. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Venus, would you like to read it?
Yes, okay. Today I will talk about my opinion about ecotourism. In today's world, ecotourism is becoming a new trend in the tourist industries and going beyond. The people who are drawn to the ecotourism include freelancers, remote workers, staff, entrepreneurs, digital nomads, creative students, and companies for many good reasons. The first, following the COVID-19 pandemic, many people have reevaluated their life goals and priorities. They have come to realize that urban city life often leads to severe stress, leading a desire for more serene environments. Moreover, with the increasing awareness of the climate change, travelers are becoming more environmentally concerned. At the research, they are seeking out eco-friendly travel options that minimize their carbon footprint and support sustainable practice. Ecotourism offers travelers the opportunities in immerse themselves in the unique and authentic experience not typically found the mainstream tourist destination. Additionally, ecotourism provide an avenue for the traveler to engage with the local community and culture in the mindful and respectful way, fostering cross-cultural understanding and appreciation.
Yeah.
Ecotourism is the way to explore the world while also being mindful of the impact of the environment, encourage responsible travel, and support sustainable development. Yeah.
Okay. And then Venus has advantages and disadvantages of, are we going to say ecotourism or ecotourism? I'm not sure.
Yeah, ecotourism.
Ecotourism, yeah. Yeah. Offers numerous benefits both for travelers and for the environment. The most noteworthy ones include, by the way, Venus, this is an excellent first page. This is perfect, by the way. Do you notice the only thing I corrected was going? All right.
Going.
Going.
Yeah.
And so let me quickly read the advantages and disadvantages, and then I will choose one more person for page 3. So Venus wrote advantages. Ecotourism can provide the local flora and fauna, meaning plants and animals. Ecosystems can be sustained in a natural state, meaning no damage, keep them fresh. Can help to increase the awareness of our environmental problems. It's educational. People will learn how to improve their ecological footprint. Good way to educate your kids. Ecotourism can give you a good feeling. You can explore unspoiled nature. Can also be quite exciting for locals. Ecotourism can preserve ancient knowledge, sustainable resource use. You can explore new cultures. Ecotourism can help to improve the overall infrastructure in a region. Important income source for locals, and additional income can be used for the preservation of nature. Ecotourism can help mitigate or improve unemployment in a region. The disadvantages, impacting local wildlife negatively to a certain extent. Ecotourism may lead to littering, throwing garbage. Wild animals may get used to humans. Ecotourism is subject to a significant level of discretion. Natural tribes may be forced to leave their home. Additional money from ecotourism will not often benefit the general public. Some resource-intensive ecotourism activities may become too popular. Ecotourism can be quite time consuming, and many people will forget what they learned. Local people may be turned into attractions. Animal souvenirs may be sold. Ecological imbalance, pollution related to reaching a remote travel destination. Tourists may be subject to exploitation, and ecotourism may change the traditional values of people over time. Some really powerful statements, Venus. The advantages and disadvantages would take a 90-minute class just to discuss them all. I'm sorry if we went through that really quickly. I've seen some of the reactions already. Mr. Money, from the advantages and disadvantages, some of this is similar to what you were saying. What was the one point you mentioned when you were talking about working on an ecotourism project?
Yes.
It was develop the local infrastructure in a positive way.
Other items you difference here also mention more than enough about the more than enough happens in the ecotourism. Actually, I this work in quite not so big and not so small project in a big jungle, and some advantage and disadvantage are listed here. Have include more than the item happens in occur in my project, my finished project. Yes. So what I mean is all the item information supply here is more than enough, more than everything happens in my project.
Yeah, it's comprehensive. It really is a really comprehensive thing here. All right, let's move on to Venus. Can I just do one more of these beautiful things? Mr. Money, would you like to read sustainable accommodations? Can you read that one?
Yes. Sustainable accommodations that can be built using eco-friendly materials, use renewable energy resources, and have a minimal impact on the surrounding environment, such as eco-lodge, tiny homes, tree houses, camping in additional to their environment benefits. Sustainable accommodation provide unite and memorable travel experience, fostering a closer connect to nature and promoting peace and tranquility.
Yeah, nice, Mr. Money. Venus, is glamping, is that glamorous camping where you have a beautiful tent?
See, yes.
I thought so. This is the first time I've seen it called glamping. It means like expensive camping, right?
Yes, it is a luxury camping.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw a picture of it one time. It looked really nice. I've never tried it though.
Yes.
All right. Now, Nhan, our new student Nhan, is in the Mekong Delta region, and he talked about simple structures for staying. Nhan, are the pictures here similar to something they want to do in the Mekong Delta?
Yes, more or less. But normally in Cần Thơ, the small house will stand nearby the small pond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is beach house. This would be like near a lake or pond.
Yeah, near the lake. Yeah, on way.
Are mosquitoes a problem, Nhan?
No, not the big problem, because we have some kind of grass we can burn, and this will the mosquito will escape.
Okay, so you can burn natural grass. Maybe it's more like that, but that's, again, this is beach style, and in the Mekong it is ponds, water reservoirs.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. And there's, of course, the water activities. Venus, do you know any of these people, by the way? They all look so sporty and young.
Yes, almost the pupil is my customer and also my friend. Yes.
Okay. So you got some weightlifting.
We have a lifestyle like water sport, fitness. Yes.
Very nice. Very nice. So thank you, Venus. You worked so hard on this. I really enjoyed it. It's excellent, by the way. Love it.
Yes, I have 3 days to
3 days to
to
do this. Well, thank you,
yeah.
Venus. You
Yes.
worked so hard on it. It's a great essay. Wonderful stuff. I'm so
Thank
happy you
you.
did it. You're welcome. Okay, so everybody, I want to give you some part 2 of our lesson. It's kind of important. There was this a leftover topic that Ms. Duke, the program director, and I talked about. And it was, this topic is really interesting, called mental preparation for your writing. You know, writing can be stressful if you're in a situation where you have to do the writing for submission or giving it not to just a teacher, but perhaps to a university to do graduate work, to your company, so something can be published in an online brochure for ecotourism or a golf course or a business proposition with people from Malaysia or Singapore. So there, it starts to be, it can be a nervous thing. It can make you nervous thinking, am I doing this right? So I wanted to give you some help on that mental preparation for our next 45 minutes. Let's discuss this. And so I translated this word daunting. I always like giving the students new vocabulary words. Here's daunting. I'm not sure if it's also a French word. So many of our English words are also French words. And then I did this Vietnamese translation. Teacher assistant Tony, is that a good translation in Vietnamese? I got it from Google.
Yes, teacher.
Daunting. It's like a really big project that can make you nervous or scared, right? So
Yeah.
it's a word, daunting. So I bring this up because writing for me was always really daunting in my high school. I went to a really high level high school. It was like number 10 in America. And some of the teachers were too strict, and they really would give back assignments with a big red R circle, means rewrite this, I'm not happy. Sometimes we would have to rewrite something 4 or 5 times. So I really became nervous with writing. And it wasn't until I got to college and I studied history, literature, philosophy, that I really began to enjoy writing. I thought, I want to share my ideas. And so I think it's a better way is if you just really enjoy doing something, you will build your confidence in writing. And the key thing I said, this is something you might say to yourself in blue. A particular topic is really interesting to me, and I'm going to struggle with it first by myself. I'm doing this for my own personal improvement, and I will eventually publish this essay I've written. But first, I'm going to break the subject down into 3 or 4 segments to really understand it better. And the 3 or 4 segments will become your main ideas in a piece of writing. Okay, so when you feel you've done a good job and you've clarified the topic, you know what you want to write about. So you go back and you check your 3 or 4 support ideas, and you know that they're good. This is something you really are interested in, but you just want to make it as clear as you possibly can. So you want to check your grammar. And so this is what I suggest for grammar, because I see some of the same grammar mistakes again and again in our teenage writing program. And so what I advise students is go to ChatGPT 3.5. That's the free version. And if you have 4.0 for yourself or your company, that's the subscription service. That's really powerful. I only use 3.5. And this doesn't mean you give your whole idea to ChatGPT for many, many reasons. My friends and I see that ChatGPT makes some really strange mistakes sometimes. But for basic grammar, it's really good. It can check the grammar of your sentence. So, for example, I did a blue example and a pink example here. I said, ChatGPT, which is the correct verb tense? Last week, I have gone to the dentist to have a yearly dental checkup, or last week, I went to the dentist to have a checkup, and went is the key word. ChatGPT said, the correct verb tense to use in this context is the simple past. Last week, I went to the dentist to have a dental checkup. So it's I went is simple past tense. And so if you feel like you doubt your own writings, I don't think I got the grammar, by all means, just ask ChatGPT, and you have to put the question like this. You just write, ChatGPT, which is the correct tense to use here, right? And ChatGPT will give you not only a good answer, if you look at this, ChatGPT gives you this nice explanation too. And the explanations are really good because they help you remember a grammar point. So it says, ChatGPT said, using went in the simple past tense is appropriate or correct for describing an action that occurred at a specific point in the past, such as last week. Last week, I went to the dentist. The present perfect have gone is not suitable here because it is typically refers to actions that happened at an unspecified time in the past or actions with relevance to the present. In this case, the action occurred at a definite past time. I went to the dentist. It's simple. I said, do you see that ChatGPT? You even get the explanation. And this is present perfect tense. And so I made this one by myself. I wrote, I've gone to Da Nang many times in years past to see my cousins during the Tet holidays. So there is I have gone instead of I went. I have gone. I've gone to Da Nang many times. All right. So to mentally prepare you for your writing, which if you do your writing for a project, it should be 50 minutes and then take a break for 10 or 15 minutes. It's really difficult to keep writing for 2 or 3 hours. If you can even do 20 or 30 minutes and then take a break, some researchers say that's enough. I try to go for 50 minutes and then I take a 10-minute break. And in the first 50 minutes, I just write any ideas that come to me for some subject that I'm really interested in. And then I go back and start checking the grammar. And then I see if all my supports are good. Then I start to use the big vocabulary words. So usually with a 3-page writing assignment or 5 pages, it takes me about 4 50-minute sessions. So time budgeting, that's about 4 hours. I can get it done on a Saturday or Sunday. So this is what I meant by writing down at least 3 or 4 rough ideas will be your main supports. And take 50 minutes to do that. I think you'll be surprised how you can write some main ideas in just 50 minutes. Then work through the rough responses, check your verb tenses with ChatGPT to make sure your verbs are okay, and read the phrased explanations. Next, if you're working with ChatGPT and you begin to have discussions, conversations about your grammar and better vocabulary words, this is a great way to internalize here. And this is another kind of big word. So I'm going to pick another thing. Do we have a Hong Golf? Are you there? I like this name, Golf. Mr.
Yes,
Golf.
sure.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, how are you? How are you today?
Yes, I'm fine. I have just back from the business trip.
From where? A business trip.
Just from Haiphong. So
Oh, okay.
I went at 5 a.m. and back at 7 a.m.
Oh my gosh, it's a long
Yeah.
day.
Yes, but
Was
it's
it
okay.
golf? Was it a good trip today?
Yes, it's okay. It's quite good. So I have a business meeting with Korean partner.
Ah,
So
okay.
thank
It's
you.
interesting.
Yes.
Do you see for this internalized information, I wrote this Vietnamese here. Is that a good translation to internalize information?
Internalize information.
Yeah. Do you think that translates well from Google Translator?
So
I always check with my
I don't
students.
think it's not. I think
Not
it's
so good. We'll say golf, not such a good translation. All right. I'm laughing because I always check with my students and teachers, right? All right. So internalize information is to keep using the same sources over and over like ChatGPT. And then you find yourself, your phrasing becomes much better in writing because you're having discussions with the AI. Okay. So some of the phrasing I see in the adults' basic writing reveals or shows many people have had experience with phrases, but these phrases are only a little inaccurate. By no means is it frustrating for me as a teacher to see so small mistakes. Small mistakes are okay, but you, the students, may become frustrated with your small mistakes. So if we look at the problem from another perspective, we can see that phrases one might see on a daily or weekly basis in social media or news stories are repeated so often that they become absorbed like a sponge in your mind. That's the internalize. Then after seeing and using these phrases so many times, the phrases come accurately and your writing can become more accurate too. So if you have some doubt about a phrase that you want to use in your writing, then it's perfectly okay to run the phrase through an AI generator such as ChatGPT. Let's try this with a couple of actual mistakes made in essays I graded recently to see how the AI services can offer the best use of a phrase. Also, you can create conversations with ChatGPT, and the constant input of questions from you, responses from chat, will sharpen your phrasing in written English. Let's look at ChatGPT a little more. First off, here's an essay topic I created called, "Are there advantages to living in a big city?" And as I wrote this, I thought this would be a good topic. If you have time, could you write one paragraph or one page on this? Like Liz wrote exactly one page, it was perfect. Are there advantages to living in a big city for next week? Or for homework, we could also change this to another question. What are the advantages and disadvantages of living in your city? So if you live in Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi, can you tell me the good things and the bad things about living in your city? What are the really great things, but also what are the problems? So these are pretty closely connected, but you can choose which one you want. Okay, so here's advantages of living in a big city. Let me see, this time I'll have somebody read because you want a chance to read in English. Let's see, do we have Trong Ta, are you there? Let's see, is Trong Ta there? I was trying to find a reader for us, someone who hasn't had a chance to read yet.
Yes.
Hello, Trong Ta, how are you?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just been on the long day trips. So yeah, but I
okay.
can read the paragraph.
Yeah. Okay. So you're on a trip. Can you see the screen okay?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay. Would you like to read this thing called Advantages and Disadvantages of Living in a Big City?
Yeah.
Okay, starts here.
Yeah. Are there advantages to living in a big city? What are the advantages and disadvantages of living in your city? Sorry, because I'm on the phone screen. Could you open the screen a little bigger so I can see it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Trunk, I'll call on somebody else. I'll just leave you with that one. How about Luang An? Are you there? From Ho Chi Minh City. An is on there. HCMC. Is that Ho Chi Minh City? Long. All right. Trying to find someone.
Hi. Yeah.
Oh, you are there. Okay, Long. How are you today?
Yeah, I got the problem with my earphone. Yeah, I'm living in Ho Chi Minh City, right? Yeah.
Okay. Can you see the screen okay?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Would you like to read this? This starts here and it goes to here, here, and here, and here. It's just a one-page essay for students. Would you like to?
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. From the first slide, living in the big city. Right, yeah. Living in a big city has both advantages and disadvantages. In this essay, I will discuss some of them. On the one hand, one advantage of living in a big city is the availabilities of job opportunities. Big cities usually have a wide range of industries and companies, providing more job options for dwellers. However, this can also lead to fierce competition for employment, making it difficult for some people to find suitable positions. Another advantage is the access to the better healthcare and education facilities. Big cities often have top-rated hospitals and schools offering high quality of service and education. Nevertheless, the prices of things in a big city is typically higher, which may make it challenging for some individuals to afford healthcare and education spending. Furthermore, big cities offer diverse cultural experience and entertainment options. Residents can enjoy a variety of foods, festivals, and cultural events. However, overcrowding and traffic congestion are common problems in big cities, leading to stress and inconvenience for residents. In conclusion, while living in a big city provides numerous opportunities and amenities, it also comes with its own set of challenges. It is essential for individuals to weigh the pros and cons carefully before deciding whether to reside in a big city.
Very nice. Thank you for reading on. Okay, so what I want to do is, I mentioned before about using the ChatGPT, and I'm going to take this and highlight it. And so let's say you have this in your writing and you just aren't sure about it. You want to make sure you're making a good decision. So you go to the old ChatGPT, and I'm going to give it this question here. And I will share the screen to show you my phrasing for ChatGPT, because the phrasing is sometimes important on this. And there's old ChatGPT. We're going to use it live. I hope there's no problem there. And I want to bring this up a little bit. Okay, so my chat is, I will say, ChatGPT, can you check the grammar for this sentence? Is it correct? Simple question. Then I paste in that line that I just did. And on the one hand, make sure you put quotation marks. On the one hand, one advantage of living in a big city is the availabilities of job opportunities. What does ChatGPT have to say about that? And it says, the sentence you provided has a small grammatical error. On the one hand, the one advantage of living in a big city is the availability of job opportunities. Here, availabilities should be changed to availability to make the sentence grammatically correct. So do you see how before turning in an assignment, I was able to find my error that way? And so I go back to here, and I'm going to take out that availabilities of job. It should just be availability of job opportunities. Okay, so we get rid of that because we did a great check on that, and we put it back here. Let's do one more. Big cities usually have a wide range. Okay, I'm going to copy this because I have this options for dwellers. Sounds a little bit strange. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT here again, and I'm going to ask about this opportunities for job dwellers. Sounds a little bit strange too. So let me go back to share screen one more time and back to ChatGPT. I'm just going to ask the next question here is, if it would let me. Okay, one moment. I'm having a difficult time getting back to there. Okay, ChatGPT. I am not sure about this word dwellers for city dwellers. Can you give me some alternative words for dwellers? Okay, and then I'll put it in here so we can see. And again, try to put everything you have in quotations. Big cities usually have a wide range of industries and companies. And he says, dwellers. We have inhabitants, residents, citizens. So of these lists, I like residents of a city or inhabitants. These two are very good. So I'm going to go back to my original writing, and I'm going to put residents in there and back to here. And so take out dwellers, and I'm going to put in residents. My typing is okay. Residents, okay. So now I have big cities usually have a wide range of industries and companies providing more options for residents. However, this can also lead to fierce competition for employment, making it difficult to find suitable position. I don't like position. I'll do this from my own memory. Suitable work opportunities. I like that better. So do you see all these changes I'm making here step by step? It's just to improve the style and grammar of your writing. And I think that's really important because looking at your work, you're quite advanced. You just need small pushes in the right direction to come up with the best grammar and things like that. So now it's we have about 25 minutes left. What I'd like to do is, do you remember the topic that I asked? Can you describe advantages or disadvantages to living in your city? Let's go to breakout rooms again, and we'll do this as warm up. If you want to try the homework, which is one paragraph or one page, whichever you have time for. And we'll use teacher's assistant Tony again and myself to create 2 breakout rooms. And can you discuss the advantages and disadvantages of living in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City or Da Nang? Please tell your city and then talk about the good things and the bad things about your city. And this will be good warm up for our next essay. How does that sound? Okay. So I'm gonna open the rooms again and let me recreate the room so you each have a chance to try a different room. And so here we go. And I'll take students out of the room for the main room again.
Yes, hello, teacher.
Hello, nice to see you, Golf.
Yes.
Mr. Money's here, and Limin Chao. Am I saying that name? Min Chao? Limin Chao. Okay. Le is the family name, and Min Chao is the first and middle name. Ms. Vi, is it Ms. V? Ms. V, how are you? Hello, Yen. How are you? Good to see you. And Sao, I put you in this main room so the main streamers on YouTube can see us all. Hello, An, and hello, Liz. Okay, so I just want you to have a chance to discuss more. So Yen, are you there? Is Yen there? Yen from CTH. Hello, Yen. How are you?
Hello, teacher.
Hey, Yen, what is CTH? What city is that?
Oh, I mentioned
You push your daughter.
before. My full name is Kính Thị Hải Yến.
Ah, okay. And what city do you live in?
I am living in Hanoi.
Oh, in Hanoi, okay. Can you tell us good things and bad things about Hanoi?
Yes. Living in Hanoi brings me many advantages. For example, the better education, the modern hospital.
I'm going to put these in the chat so people can read your responses.
Yes.
Better education, better hospitals. Okay. What does your daughter say? What does she say about Hanoi? Why does she like Hanoi? Yes, daughter says. What does your daughter like about Hanoi, Yen?
Hanoi.
Hanoi. Does she like her schools? All right. So let's see. Golf, what city are you in?
I am living in Ha Long district.
Ha Long district, okay.
Yes.
All right. And can you think of one bad thing about Hanoi?
Hanoi in the food in Hanoi is so delicious.
Oh, it is good. Okay.
Yes.
All right. but we have to think of a disadvantage. Disadvantage is something bad about Hanoi. So
And
we're
that
doing,
thing,
yeah, a bad thing.
the noise.
What is it?
The noise.
Oh, the noise. Okay, it has a noise problem.
And traffic jam.
Okay. Heavy traffic, right?
Yes.
Is there air pollution?
Yes, air pollution.
Okay, so three things: heavy traffic, noisy, air pollution. All right. Very good for the Vietnam nation capital, Hanoi. All right, let's go to Gulf. Gulf, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah.
What city are you in, Gulf?
So I'm in Hanoi as well.
Oh, in Hanoi. So far, good education, good hospitals, but noise problem, heavy traffic, air pollution. Can you think of good things and bad things?
Yeah, I think so they have very so the cultural activity. Yeah.
Are very good.
So rich of cultural heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many places to go to see many cultural activity.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
Can you think of disadvantages?
Disadvantages, I think, like my friend talked already. So traffic congestion, pollution, and also the high price for apartment.
Oh, for real estate in general.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Is it if Gulf, if there is a high price on renting apartments, is it difficult for students who want to study there?
Yes, I think for foreign people with their revenue, so it's not very comfortable in Hanoi. But I think for the people, they are not in Hanoi, they come from the mountainous or the poor area. So I think it's quite hard. And the living standards sometimes I think it's low because they don't have enough money, so they buy the food and the safety, the hygiene of the food. Sometimes it's not very well managed.
Okay, very good point. Good analysis too, by the way. I know migrants from poor areas of Vietnam have to suffer lower quality lifestyles. It's a disadvantage of Hanoi living. Nice. Is Ms. V there or Ms. Vi? Are you there? Ms. V. Let's go to Mr. Money. Can you think, where do you live, Mr. Money? You told me before, but I forgot.
I was born in province, very small province, but after my graduation, I strongly choose to build up my family in big city. And now currently I living in Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay.
I think this is the best my choice. Because I like to become an active person.
Okay.
So I like to have much of challenge and good ability to work to make me more and more better than in the past. So we made in Ho Chi Minh City, all our friends give a lot of disadvantage and advantage to me. Some advantage in Ho Chi Minh City, we have when we live in Ho Chi Minh in big city, make me and everybody always have to focus active in every activity and even in career and education. Unlike in countryside, at this time we are going to sleep already, but now we still have to study in English now with you and friends, right?
Very nice.
So that mean we live in big city. We have to work to make money every day, to have to strong spirits and have to work hard. And we brought a lot of really good results. Like our friend just said, good education, good healthcare, and even at night time you can go outside to take a lot of good food. Unlike in countryside, you now is time for sleeping only, and the life very so easy, so easily to and make everybody can satisfy by ourselves. So if we were work in big city, we have to work more and more hard and have to improve every day. Yes.
Okay. So I quoted you said country people might be sleeping by this time of night, Mr. Money. I thought that was a great phrase. I put it in chats. In the countryside, it's so quiet that, you know, by 10 o'clock at night, many farmers are asleep because they have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's a really good one. Nice one.
Right.
Hey, let's ask Liz in HN. Liz, what is HN? Is that Hanoi? HN. Could be.
Yeah, yes, I live in Hanoi. And so I think that live in a big city, the capital of Vietnam is have many advantage. Yes, I think that Hanoi is very good place to have many for their education, their healthcare, and sometimes I think that we can when you live in Hanoi, we have many places to relax. Yes, like that bar or pub. Sometimes we go to the theater or the cinema. Yes, yes, to relax. Yes. And sometimes I think that you, if you live in a big city, you have more chance to find a good job with a high salary. Yes, with high salary. But live in Hanoi, we have many disadvantages as pollution, and so I think that high cost living. We pay more money for the service. I think that we lack of space, like a parking. Yes, I when I live in Hanoi, I can find many time to space to parking my car. Yes, and I try
parking the car.
parking my car.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think that's noisy. Yes.
So for the parking the car, are the local Hanoi police really strict about that? They give you a parking ticket?
Yes, we have a parking ticket, and we pay much money for the parking. About 30 or 35,000 dong per hour.
Per hour? Wow.
Yes, per hour. Yes.
And do you just use a smartphone app to record how long you've been parking?
Sometimes some place we have parking in the mobile phone, but sometimes don't have. And
I'm just laughing, Liz.
Yeah, we park the car in the street, on the street. Yes. And don't have the space for parking.
Okay. Now, in a big city like Hanoi, is there crime? You know, Vietnam has a strict government. Is crime a problem? People stealing things?
Yeah. But I think that is not terrible for the Ho Chi Minh City. The Ho Chi Minh City is very famous the crime. But Hanoi is not.
No, I think now it's improved regarding the theft and the crimes. And regarding the daily crime or theft, I think it's less than in European countries. Yeah, because I have been in France and in Italy, so it's horrible. So sometimes, we cannot enjoy our day because we always have to take care about the trip everywhere. Yeah. So Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City for this year, I think is better. Yeah, the police so work very strongly. So the trip is degree.
Is there some competition? It can be friendly competition, it can be serious competition between the two biggest cities, between Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. Is that like the two competitors for economics and government and power? That's been going on for hundreds of years, I guess. Is it still, Gulf, is it still competitive between the two cities to be like the great Vietnam city?
I think so. Apparently, no. Yeah, because for the Vietnamese people, they are current nowadays, so they don't think about the past. Yeah, and so the position of each city is really different. So for the Hanoi in general, for the authority, for the policy, so the public department organized, they're based in Hanoi and in Ho Chi Minh City. So in general, so for the big enterprises, for the economic development, yeah.
Okay.
So they don't have. I don't think they have a competition between two cities.
Yeah, I asked because in Japan it's Tokyo and Osaka. In America it's Chicago, New York, and Los Angeles. There's sometimes rivalry or competition for things like to bring a new sports team to a big city. It can be a lot of money to see who gets a new government project and things like that. The rivalry, it's usually economic rivalry. Yeah.
So here we have a party they will decide it. Yeah.
And they do a lot of analysis before they make a decision.
So it depends.
It depends. Okay.
Yes.
You're honest, Gulf. That's a very honest answer.
Yes. So I think you get also well information about the political issue, political question in the country. A lot of things to improve regarding the democratic
I do proofreading for a Ho Chi Minh City law firm, legal firm, and I've been doing that about 5 months now. And it's interesting. The government addresses problems, but they like to keep it quiet in how they go about doing it, because open politics can get so complicated and messy and angry that they like to keep things a little quieter and try to deal with issues. It's an interesting thing for me to see as a proofreader for a law firm. Yeah. Excellent. Thanks, Gal, for sharing everything. Do we have Luong on? We have a few minutes. Would you like to add anything on if you're there? I can't find Luong on. All right.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell me things you love about Ho Chi Minh City? Why do you love your city, HCMC?
Yeah, I really love Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah, besides advantage, Mr. Money said before. I think Ho Chi Minh City is very convenient for me to live in. Yeah. For example, there are many services we can use at Ho Chi Minh City. If you want to have some drink at the night or enjoy the food at the night, you can take some Grab, which is more Grab or taxi, which is it can be more difficult to fly in another city.
Okay, transportation.
Yeah, the transportation. Yeah. In another city, you may take difficult to get the public, the public transportation. Yeah, but it's very easy to check in the Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah, but in Ho Chi Minh City, I think the big problem is the pollution. Yeah, I see in many schools and many homes have air purifiers nowadays in their home and in the school, because many people get problem with their nose and throat.
Yes.
Because the environment is very polluted. Yeah. So I see many, because I work for an insurance company, and I see that many health insurance company reject to limit the payments for this disease.
Oh my.
Yeah, because the environment is so is very, very bad in Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah. And I
Wow.
think it's the big problem of the city.
Yeah. All right, I'm leaving a note here then on really good points. The air purifiers.
Yeah.
Here's I always try to build a vocabulary. So the word reimburse, pay you money back if you get an air filter, and for your home. They just don't recognize it. So there, I put it in chats. Respiratory illnesses are common, and insurance companies will not reimburse the cost of an air filter. Reimburse means, you know, give you money back if you spent money on an air purifier or filter. That's really important for me because where I live in Japan, the air is good, it's clean, but it's just very dry. So I'm having breathing problems lately. And so I have to go to my local doctor and he gives me a lot of medicine, but I wouldn't want to stay on these medicines for too long because they are steroids. And I think steroid medicines are maybe too strong for me to take. Okay, so let's go back to the breakout rooms. And I just want to finish for today. Then we can talk about just if you have time to do the homework, you know, just one paragraph is okay with the advantages and disadvantages is our focus for next week. I know you're busy working people, so it's hard to do homework. But since we discussed the advantages and disadvantages of living in your cities, you could just write 5 sentences as a review and try your writing. Through your resumes and CVs, I could see your writing, but I want to see how you would do one paragraph if you can, just do one paragraph. And then, of course, Liz, you did a great 1-page, and Venus did a beautiful 5-page document that, you know, Liz, Venus's writing looks so beautiful that that could be on a website or a blog to bring visitors to Vietnam. It's done so well. Okay, so let's see. The breakout rooms are closing in 9 seconds. And then everybody comes back all at one time. Zoom is funny. It has a lot of, the way it just puts everybody back.
So we need the people like Venus to promote the Vietnam tourism.
Yeah. Is that Venus? Are you there?
No. Not.
Okay. I think she had some experience doing that. So, Mr. Tony, how was the discussion on advantages and disadvantages in the cities of our students?
Yeah, teacher, we have great time to discuss about the advantage and disadvantage. But some of students, they are confused and they are considered about their writing skill. They had a question how they can improve their writing skill also.
Okay, so my number one suggestion is to be your own teacher when you do a writing of 1 paragraph or 1 page or something for your company or something for the government. Always check with your AI. ChatGPT is showing me to be very accurate on grammar. Other things I don't like about ChatGPT, it makes mistakes on basic information, but it is really good. So if you highlight it, let me show you one more time how to become a better writer is take, I'll do a share screen one more time before we finish for tonight. And let's see, I have this here. So, you know, if I said, does this sound right? I would probably do this sentence by sentence. When you become your own teacher, you can highlight something and then copy it and then put it into ChatGPT and then ask the AI, is this good? Does this sound good? And it will really help you to become better writers. It's like having a friend check you sentence by sentence by sentence. But for adults, I know that you will use ChatGPT just as a tool, something that you want to double check your work with. But I try not to recommend it for children and teenagers because they ask ChatGPT to write the whole essay for them. And when the AI writes the whole essay for them, it's perfect. There are no grammar mistakes. but these aren't their ideas. They didn't think about this. I think as adults, you really enjoy learning new things, and you have to learn new things for your company. So then do the checking by yourself, because you're honest. You know that you can give ChatGPT your sentences that you wrote and say, give me some help here. How do I phrase this better? And it's usually a sentence by sentence by sentence. I don't recommend putting a whole paragraph into ChatGPT, because sentence by sentence, you learn better. You learn small grammar mistakes. You know, ChatGPT might say, well, try doing this to your paragraph. In fact, next week, lesson number 3, let's try putting a whole paragraph into ChatGPT versus sentence by sentence. And let's see which has the better response for ChatGPT, okay? So Tony, I hope that's a good enough answer. You know, the students might think, that's all you can say? So,
Yeah, thank you, teacher. They also consider many things that how they can improve many things. So I think step by step we will learn about that.
yeah. So, you know, YouTube videos, reading maybe one page in a website each day, and read one news story on BBC or CNN about environment or any other thing. So to keep the English going, you have to expose yourself to it at least once a day. You know, read something, even if it's one paragraph. And then also try to read it out loud. I think if you read it out loud, you get the rhythm of the English. So then when you're writing something, you can hear that it doesn't sound right if you read it out loud. So you hear the rhythm, the stress, the intonation of English. In your own brain, you say, that doesn't sound right. I'm going to go back and check this, right? Yeah. Okay. And then I'll check with Ms. Duke, but Tony, I think it would also be kind of fun for the students if they wanted to watch a video of some of our younger students. And so you can hear like how a 12-year-old in Vietnam speaks English, right? From the debate videos or the writing class videos. They make little videos, and some of the children are really cute, but their English is excellent too. So you can see, for all of you, you can see what the new generation of Vietnamese young people, what they can do with their English, right? But please don't let it upset you. You think, oh my God, that boy or girl is a genius. So, you know what I mean, Tony? If I say, oh, it's discouraging,
Yes, right.
you know, listen to what that child can do. But please don't feel that way. You know, the children, I don't know, they're just very talented. So maybe next week we'll try to, I'll check with Ms. Duke if that's okay. We can check a video together and you can hear a presentation by a young person. Would be nice too. Okay, any questions for anybody? I know it's 10 o'clock. Let me ask, Mr. Money, in Vietnam, do you eat a late dinner? Would you eat like a 10 o'clock dinner?
No, actually, I didn't like to eat so late.
Yeah, in Japan they do that. The businessman comes home at 9 or 10 o'clock and they eat rice.
After this
Yep.
class, I have dinner.
You will, Golf, you will have dinner?
Yes, because I haven't had dinner yet.
Oh
So
my gosh.
after the class, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking my class, Golf. I
Oh,
appreciate
it's
it.
my pleasure to join also.
Okay, I
I
hope my
forgot,
answers are okay.
yeah, many new words, vocabulary.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful. I'll take your questions about, you know, how do I become a better writer? I'll put those in our group chat on Yalo, because you asked good questions, and I want to give more complete one paragraph answers to your questions. And I'll explain what we did tonight one more time to you. So for Yalo, check Yalo throughout the week. I'll probably have 5 or 7 paragraphs for you on how to improve your writing. So it's like a full education set. It's not just this class. It's also checking things that I write on Yalo. I think would work well for you.
Thank
Yes.
you, teacher.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
teacher,
Thank you.
good night.
Have a great night. Have a great weekend. A great
Oh,
Saturday.
you too, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye,
bye.
teacher.
Yeah,
Bye-bye,
see
everyone.
you.
Everyone.
Yeah, bye bye, everybody.
See you next week, and look for my messages on Yalo. Bye-bye.
Yes, waiting for your
Okay.
message. Bye bye.
Bye-bye,
everybody.
everyone. See everyone. Bye-bye. Take care.
Yeah. Yeah.
See ya. All right.